Good morning. The 5 biggest cities for sin. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but first we're going to talk about, on Rebel, Religion in the News, we're going to discuss how to dress for church. Are people dressing down too much, or is it possible you could dress up too much? You know, you get too flashy, and maybe it's inappropriate to get too dressed up. We're going to have that discussion in the first segment of our show on Rebel, Religion in the News. Jerry O'Lennon here, along with Pastor Alfredo Romero of Rock of Life Fellowship and Pastor Brennan DeForest of Redeemer Evangelical Lutheran Church. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're in the pulpit. You see somebody out there, and you're like, oh, man, this person, what is this person thinking? What is this person thinking dressed like this? Has that happened to either? Well, I know it's happened to Pastor Alfredo.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've been around a while, and your church is a little more youthful, okay? Redeemer Lutheran is a little maybe older clientele, and maybe they're not going to be predisposed to going and dressing kind of a little over the top. All right, who wants to start?
Okay, well,
you've had this issue.
Yeah, I've had the issue. I mean, we're the church we have is all about the Word of God. It's Jesus, 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 which is absolutely true. People feel very comfortable in our church, and I've seen people that come in suit and ties, which is great. And I've seen, people come in where I'm going, "What were you thinking?" Mm-hmm. We definitely. I have a joke in church. I tell them, "Look, folks, I just want you guys to know that there's no dress code here. It doesn't matter really how you dress. I just prefer that you have clothes on, and be modest." And they all kind of laugh because no offense, guys will come in if they're immodest. It's going to be a Jose Cuervo T-shirt and a pair of surfer shorts, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, when the women come in, if they, I guess the way God made them, they're just more to cover up. Mm-hmm. And we've had a couple women walk in with a lot of skin, and if they're brand new, we just kind of let it slide. If they come in the second, third time, usually we get to know them, and they suddenly dress up.
It has to be a woman that makes that approach. Right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't even touch that topic.
Yeah. Okay, over at Redeemer Lutheran Church, a little more conservative, I think, in its approach to its services. And just there are young people there, and I go to that church frequently, and I notice that most people seem to be dressed appropriately.
I mean, if that's what you want to call appropriately. We don't have a dress code either, that people may not know that, but we don't really have a dress code. But, it's more to what are you doing in the worship service?
Yeah.
You are coming into the presence of God, right? The presence of the Holy Trinity. And so why would you not want to, look your best, right? Of course, when he comes again on the last day, we'll all be looking like whatever. Though I believe it'll probably be on a Sunday morning.
Really?
Well, he rose to life again on a Sunday morning, so he'll probably come back again on a Sunday morning.
That's a good point. I never heard that.
So it'll probably be on a Sunday morning when Jesus comes back.
It's not going to be 2 a.m. on a Thursday night.
Right. You're not going to be whatever you sleep in.
Now, Lord, give me 5 more minutes. Gotta hit the snooze button. I'm a little tired.
So, that's what I would encourage people to think about when it comes to wearing clothes at church.
The term Sunday best, that's where that term came from. Wear your Sunday best. But that doesn't, wearing your Sunday best does not necessarily mean wearing your best. There are probably people that have tuxedos. That have nice, beautiful gold chains and, really, they're Dapper Dan, they're looking cool. And maybe you don't want to go overboard. So what is appropriate Sunday best? And part of it is a cultural thing, too. Things have kind of changed over the 50s, 60s, and to where we're at now in 2020, almost 2026. It just seems like people are more, they feel more comfortable saying, I'm going to go to church and be comfortable and be casual because maybe right afterwards we're going to go shopping. We're going to go
to breakfast.
Yeah, we're going to go have breakfast. Yeah. But you know what? I remember going to breakfast after Sunday with my parents, and we would be all dressed up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm thinking about, even like the Apostle Paul, the Apostle Peter, both of them spoke about look good, look your best, but don't be gaudy about it, don't, especially I think they spoke to women, don't make your hair look all wild and crazy. You know,
Mhm.
just a simple kind of elegance, a simple kind of beauty.
Yeah, I agree. And let me read this to you. 1 Peter 3:4. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wear of
Yeah,
gold and
yeah.
jewelry and fine clothes. It should be of your inner self. So what he's basically saying is, look, the quality we're looking for is that inner spirituality, the closeness for God. It's not necessarily the outward adornment. However, in First Timothy, it's like what the pastor said. He said he's talking to women here. It says, dress modestly with decency and propriety, not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive jewels. And it's the same thing for men. I mean, I wouldn't expect a man to walk in a church with his best,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tuxedo, the
Three-piece
Rolex,
suits,
the
yeah,
top
yeah.
hat and the
Yeah.
cane, and. But the people that I've talked to, what I've learned is that dressing modestly is a respect for entering God's house.
Yes,
And
I
I
agree.
think people forget
Yeah.
that you're entering God's house, and you should dress well and but modestly.
Yeah.
It's to please God, not please other. I mean,
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah.
know people, and I'll throw myself under the bus. You know, there's a time when early on in the days I would dress up for church because I wanted to impress people. Hey, look, I'm walking in. Look at me. You know, and there's still people that would dress for others when the focus is we should be dressing for the Lord.
You know, I have been to church over at Redeemer Lutheran Church at times, and I've gone and dressed in ways in which, well, which just nowhere near where it should be. And 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 I always think, gosh, I'm going to church. This is good. And then when I get there, I feel so guilty. It's like I'm looking at myself going, what was I thinking? Why didn't I at least put on, some nicer pants, a nicer shirt that
Comb
was
your
maybe
hair.
clean? Yeah. Maybe I mean no, shaving, I understand. Shaving is a real, it's like a chore, right? If you guys, if you have to shave every morning, and sometimes I don't shave, but I mean I don't know what is,
I don't shave either.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm Native American. I've never shaved.
Well, I,
I
I,
got peach fuzz above my lip. That's it.
I mean, I just guess, and again, we don't get judged by our works. We have to emphasize that. But I think that we have to put some effort into at least coming to church and
I think
rolling
so.
out of bed and throwing on sweats and sandals and a tank top is not the way to go. And I'm afraid sometimes I've done everything but the tank top. But in my younger days, I may have done a tank top. But I think there has to be some effort put into at least getting dressed up a little bit, because I think the part of respecting for God and the tradition and the symbolic significance, I think, is important. And there is kind of just your personal mindset,
Hmm.
because when you do go in looking like,
You just
like,
rolled out of bed.
you just rolled out of bed, you're like, gosh, I didn't put in. And you know what? And whether we like it or not, people are judging you. They're looking at you
Hmm.
saying, boy, look at that Jerry O. Lennon. Boy, look how he's dressed. What's wrong with that guy? And because of that, I find myself saying, okay, I'm going to at least put, at minimum, men have to have a collared shirt of any kind, even if it's a golf shirt or something like that.
polo.
Minimum. Yeah, something like that. What about shorts during the summer?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of shorts at church, right? But here in Chico, it gets hot, so we have AC in the church building, so you don't need to wear shorts. But it happens. It's fine.
I think we got it covered because at Rock of Life, I'm lead pastor, and I do try to dress well. I mean, I'll wear a jacket and I'll wear nice pants and a nice shirt, collared shirt always, and then my associate pastor, he's a millennial, so. My associate pastor, he comes in the t-shirt and the shorts and the flip-flops. So we're kind of covering both ends, but
That's one way of putting it.
yeah, but that's a good way. But there's that Bible verse too in James. Let's talk about not showing favoritism to the people that are dressed very well.
Yeah.
Oh, you, sir. Oh, ma'am, you dressed wonderfully. You sit
Yeah.
in front. Oh, you got flip-flops and a Jose
Right,
Cuervo
yeah.
shirt on. You sit. Well, that's not what the Bible said, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But you're dressing dirty. Maybe you're poor and you can't afford nice clothes,
Yeah.
whatever. You guys sit in the back, so it warns of favoritism for those
Yeah.
that are dressed well.
Yeah, I have evolved on this, and I've come to realize that showing a certain amount of respect. I don't know. I can't speak for God, but I would suspect he probably appreciates you at least taking a little bit of effort and a little bit of time to at least put on some decent clothes before you come into his church. But I don't know. There's also the view, which is, and it's a good view. It's a very valid point. Just be happy that people are coming to church.
Yeah,
Don't sit
yeah.
there and judge what they're
No,
dressed like.
I'm not
So,
throwing anybody out.
yeah, it's an interesting discussion because I don't think there's a correct answer. And I'm not sure. Now, in Jesus's time, of course, when Jesus went to church, I mean,
Synagogue.
did he have a synagogue? Did he have a nice robe as opposed to maybe, walking the mountainside,
Hmm.
robe? Did he have a special robe? I don't think we know whether he had a special robe when he would go into synagogue.
Well, he
totally.
certainly had a special robe when he was crucified, right? The robe that was woven from one end to the other, right? So, he had that cloak at least. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how often they change their robes.
The thing about some of the verses in the Bible have been interpreted that Jesus was just like any other person, that he was like a common man, the way he looked, way his just he didn't walk around with a shining halo
Yeah,
over his head and just kind of
Yeah.
floating through Jerusalem. So he was just basically described that way, modest. Okay, but here's the thing about it. I agree with you, Jerry. If somebody walks in dressed immodestly, I'm like, I'm going to leave it alone for now. Absolutely, I will never approach them because I've had people come in at first, maybe dressed somewhat immodestly, and then after they've been there for a couple 3 weeks, suddenly I don't have to say anything. Suddenly they come in and they're dressing differently. They feel the spirit. They look around.
Yeah. Maybe there's not a need to.
There's not a need to.
And maybe we don't know the circumstances of those who
right.
come in. There may
Absolutely.
very well be people.
Yeah.
And we can get very judgmental with how people dress.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
really do. And I think that's a really and you know what, the churches in this community that I frequent, everybody is treated the same. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Everybody's greeted, and I know in both your churches. And in some ways, the person who might be dressed down might be the person you're more likely to want to seek out.
Oh yeah, yeah. After the campfire, we were all walking around in t-shirts
Everybody
and
smelled
shorts.
like-
Everybody smelled like smoke. so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to say, I don't know, we're running out of time. As the pastor, I have so much. I'm focusing on what my sermon's going to be, the service coming up. It's really not until later where I notice what people are wearing.
Yeah.
Well, just go to church, or whatever you're
that's
wearing.
right.
Just wear clothes.
I notice if you're missing before I notice what you're wearing.
There you go. We're going to take a break. We're going to talk about the 5 most sinful cities in the United States. We'll see if we can figure out which those are. when
Think
we
of your
come
list
back.
now. Think of your list now.
There was a study that was conducted back not that long ago, November 17th. Collected data from several sources on 182 cities nationwide and assessed 37 vices and criminal activity ranging from excessive drinking to violent crime and the number of adult entertainment establishments per capita to determine which cities are, quote, the most sinful in the nation. The study's title, Most Sinful Cities in America, not necessarily synonymous with the least religious. That needs to be pointed out. That's according, the group is called Wallet Hub, is the group. Okay, so I mean, so whatever we think about that. And so here we go. America's 5 most sinful cities. Number 1.
Take a guess. Drum roll.
Viva Las Vegas. Yes, with the second highest number of casinos per capita. I don't know what's first.
And brothels.
Well, you probably,
Jersey,
yeah,
Jersey
those are
City.
legalized.
Jersey City,
Yeah,
probably.
Jersey City,
For
per
casinos.
capita, yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas would easily claim the top spot even if greed were the only factor in the survey.
Wow.
Oh, wow. But it's not just gambling. Vegas also tops the list with the most adult entertainment destinations per capita. The residents of Sin City are more likely to search Google for terms linked to pornography, strip clubs, and other adult content than
yikes.
folks in most other cities. And with the 5th most fraud and identity theft complaints per capita, Vegas is a natural destination for visitors driven by greed, lust, and vanity. Now, I know that Pastor Alfredo goes there every once in a while, not for any of those
That's true.
reasons,
That is true.
but for the rock concerts. Right?
I do go for the concerts. I took my wife to Vegas last year for her Christmas present to see Kelly Clarkson. So I do go for the concerts on occasion.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
guess that's okay.
Well, that's because my dad always told me the story of the guy that went to Vegas, drove in on a $1,800 Honda, a real old Honda, but he drove out in a $300,000 Greyhound bus. So, huh?
That'll do it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of that going. I need to point out that I lived in Las Vegas for about 11 years. I was a sportscaster there, and I regret ever moving there.
good.
And I don't even like to acknowledge that I'd been there, although I'm doing it now. But it was part of my life, and one a part of my life I deeply regret. And it's not a place to raise a family. There was a time when we were there where they tried to make it, Las Vegas. It's a family destination.
I remember
No,
that.
it's not. It's not a family destination. It never has been. It never will be. It has nothing to do with being a good family. It is not a family destination because they would show, oh, well, there's a water park. Oh, and there's dolphins.
There's
in
a
the
roller
Mirage.
coaster.
There's dolphins, and
Yeah.
the Mirage has dolphins, and there's a volcano, so it's wonderful for kids.
the
No, it's not.
The MGM has the Wizard of Oz
Oh,
and a
yeah.
magic show.
It's not for. So anyway,
Where's Dad?
One of the largest Lutheran day schools in the whole country is in Vegas, though.
really.
Yeah, so they're the Lutherans are doing good work in Vegas.
Well, there's a lot of praying in Vegas, but they're praying that
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that a 7 it
Come on,
rolls.
7.
Come on, 7.
Yeah.
Lord, if I hit this, I'll go to church.
I need to ask Pastor Brennan, Pastor DeForest, have you ever been to Las Vegas?
Of course, I've been to Las
You
Vegas.
have been.
Yeah.
Where did you stay?
We stayed at the. It's been so long. The California, maybe on the old strip.
Oh, okay, that would be over
Wow.
on Old Las Vegas.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, good. Well, you've been
It,
there.
yeah. It smelled like smoke. Still wasn't very good,
Yeah, and now
But I have one of my dad's very good friends. He's not related to me, but we call him Uncle. He lives in Vegas. So,
Yeah. It's not doing well either.
No,
Financially,
no.
there are a lot of those
Oh,
big
yeah.
casinos are going. It's going to become like shopping malls. We're
Yeah.
just going to become empty. It's a shame.
I-
Number 2.
Go ahead.
Oh, good.
No, I was just gonna say I read one of the issues with Vegas is they dropped all the, $1.99 buffet.
Oh.
All the,
Oh,
they said
man. Oh,
people
it's too
aren't going because
expensive.
the food is too expensive.
Yeah.
Number 2, Houston, Texas.
Houston.
Houston.
Wow. Number 2 on the list is Houston, which boasts the 3rd highest number of adult entertainment establishments
Oh.
and ranks among the nation's highest in Google search interest for, get this, extramarital affairs.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Pornography and strip clubs in
Hmm.
Houston, Texas. In Texas, you think of yourself as being, that's a conservative red state, but Houston is a little more.
No, Houston is definitely blue
yeah.
city.
In addition to ranking among the tops in the nation when it comes to lust, Houston residents are also among the most violent, with the nation's 5th highest number of mass shootings in the
Wow.
last 2 years. It has the 21st highest violent crime rate in the nation, 28th highest number of aggravated assault offenses per capita. That's according again to Wallet Hub, which is put on the survey. I wouldn't have guessed Houston.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
No,
I would not have guessed any city in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have.
You ever been to Houston?
No, my mom lives in Texas, but she lives way up about a half hour above Dallas in the Dallas County.
Number 3. I would have guessed another California city came before this one, but I guess not. Number 3 on the list is Los Angeles,
No,
California.
no, not Los Angeles.
It's the city of angels. It can't be.
It can't be. It's named after God's chosen.
Yes. It's the 3rd most sinful city in the United States. Part of that ranking stems from LA having the 14th most hate crimes per capita and the 8th most mass shootings over the last 2 years, despite some of the most stringent gun laws in the United States. So that's
And
Los
yet,
Angeles.
lots of churches in LA County.
And-
One
and-
of the
yeah.
probably one of the largest, areas for big churches.
Yeah, and the survey made the point that it
Yeah.
was not. It was not.
I
a
know not least
reflection-
church. Yeah.
It was not a
yeah.
reflection of their Christian beliefs.
Yeah.
Just that there's a lot of bad
Lots of
things and bad
stuff.
people
Mhm,
out there.
yeah.
Just to finish up here, among the 182 cities that were studied, Los Angeles has the 24th lowest percentage of residents who donate their adjusted gross income to charitable causes.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's Los Angeles.
Who would have known?
That's number 3. Let's see what number 4 on the list is. Chico, no. Oh, the city of brotherly love?
Philadelphia.
No.
Okay,
Say it
alright,
ain't
yeah.
so, Joe.
I've been to Philadelphia. It's a lot worse than New York.
Really?
Yeah. In New York, there's just so many people that you can walk around pretty much anywhere. Philadelphia, you do have to watch your back.
Yeah, they call it Filthydelphia.
Ooh, that's good. I hadn't heard that before.
I don't know, I just came up with it.
I think they. Did you really?
Yeah. I
That's a
just-
good one. Nice job. I think I like that better than the city of brotherly love. It's another city failing to live up to its namesake. Again, the city of brotherly love. It's the
Yeah.
fourth most sinful city in the country. Philadelphia ranks second in anger and hatred index and seventh in jealousy. I wonder why that would be.
Jealousy.
Huh.
It's
Greed.
probably people murdering others or hurting them because
Well,
they fooled around or
they
something.
used to be the nation's capital, and now they're not.
That's true.
Oh yeah, they're
That's
upset.
true.
They're the younger brother that's mad, or the
Yeah.
older brother.
They
Older
say that greed and laziness may not be a part of Philadelphia as much as other cities, but lust and vanity are surprisingly prevalent, with the city ranking 12th and 18th in those two categories.
Wow.
Lust and vanity. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You see, now we have one more, and I'm waiting. Let's see.
I know it is. I know it. I know it.
No!
No.
Atlanta, Georgia?
Atlanta?
Wow.
You see, I mean, I would have thought San Francisco and
San
New York City.
Francisco, yeah.
New
But of course-
Orleans.
New Orleans would have been a good guess.
Well, then San Francisco is 5.5.
Must be. Anyway, Georgia, we'll go through Georgia really quick. Rich history spanning back before the Civil War, ranked number 5 overall on the Wallet Hub's Vice Index. Of course, we don't know if this index is really legitimate.
Yeah,
We don't know what
yeah,
they're basing
yeah.
all of it on, but they are talking about things that are serious issues, serious sins. It ranks second among all U.S. cities for both jealousy and lust. Lust is in all the cities, it seems like. right?
Yeah.
Not far from behind is its two main vices. Atlanta ranks 9th in the nation for vanity, yet the city is near the bottom of the list in the excesses and vices and greed categories. That's good. So they're not greedy.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Which brings up the question: how? And I mean this seriously. I think it's why people. I don't want to sound like I work for the Chamber of Commerce, but I think that's why the city of Chico maybe is really a nice place to live. I sometimes I don't think people in Chico appreciate what they have until they see a list like this. I mean, if you
Yes,
want to,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to really look for sin when you're in Chico. You have to really seek it. I mean, centerfolds, for example. I mean, my goodness, that's like, I mean,
What's
I don't-
that?
Yeah, well, the centerfolds. It's a strip place off on. I mean, gosh, I know where it is because you pass by it. It's over on Highway 99.
Off
Oh,
99,
I haven't gone
yeah.
that way in a while. Yeah, you're right. I remember
If
that.
you're
Yeah.
going up to Red Bluff,
If you're going, yeah, if you're heading north, yeah, it's
Okay.
over on the right hand side. Yeah, it's on the east side of on Highway 99.
The only thing I've really heard about Chico lately was there's a crackdown on some of the massage parlors, and that's the only thing I've heard.
Right, and you know what? I mean, that's not good, but I mean, really, in a sense, I do notice this about. There is something to be said
Yeah.
for small town living, and having lived in both the large cities and the smaller cities, I like the fact because you go in Vegas. I mean, you can't turn in any direction. A 360
Yeah.
degree radius or circumference, and you're going to see something you're not supposed to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How long have
yeah.
you lived in Chico?
2.5 years or so. Yeah.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Well, I lived in Paradise for almost 24 years, and then of course the fire. So I've been in Chico now for 7 years since the fire. And I wish I had my house back and everything back, but in Paradise. But I would tell you, Chico kind of surprised me. There's wonderful people here. My neighbors are great. Sure, I see the occasional, guys going down the road 80 miles an hour, or I may hear about crime and stuff. But Chico is like one of those towns where everybody kind of fits in.
Yeah, and it goes for all of the other little cities in the area, from here all the way up through Reading, all throughout the North State. I mean, I don't know if you've ever ever gone to Orland. I mean, it's a charming place. I remember they were really upset because they were going to have, I think, some sort of barber shop where women were going to be scantily clad, and they nixed it. We're not doing this, and it didn't happen.
Good.
And Orville, nice place. I mean, there's some places in South Orville which are a little dicey, a lot of crime, but overall, this is a nice area to live in. Gosh, we're out of time. That was a good topic.
That was
Great.
it.
Yeah.
Pastor Brennan DeForest of Redeemer Evangelical Lutheran Church. Service time, 10 o'clock Sunday morning, 750 Moss Avenue. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
the show.
you.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Boy, that went fast. Talk to you next time. So long, everyone.